Assalamu alaikum. Walaikum salam. Welcome. Yeah, just give a second. Let it. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
And a very, very, very warm welcome to another session of our Empowering Morning Conversations. So we've been now empowering you for 37 sessions before that, and today's the 38th one. And I hope you're really feeling empowered. And this morning, let's start by requesting you to share how was your day yesterday? And in what empowered way did you lead your day yesterday? So please go ahead and share with us.
Good morning.
That we'll encourage.
This is
Yes,
Red.
Reddy.
Good morning.
Morning.
Yesterday, I was in my factory, and I just remember that about trust, and so I had some apprehensions about people earlier. Now I stopped all of that and started trusting everyone. So that helped me a lot because in a positive mood. That's what I want to share with you.
Wonderful. Congratulations and thank you for being the first one to share today. And who's the next one?
Good morning.
Morning.
So reading that book, The Power of Now, I am making conscious efforts to rise above my thinking brain. And yes, it is making a lot of difference because I see something very different. And I realize how much of energy I'm wasting over nothing.
Oh, God. How many years I've been telling you the same thing in so many different ways, but you needed to read a book. Very good. Wonderful. So how are you and how are you feeling?
Much better, much better. I was talking to your friend Karandeep the other day. So I'll fill you up with the details later on. But then as per him also, I've got very strong intuitional powers. So that is what I'm now working on.
Wow, wow. Congratulations and thank you very much for sharing it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, who's next?
So on trusting people, I went back to my days when I went camping, yoga camping. And there we had to climb a hill. And I was blindfolded. And somebody just held my hand and I had to trust that person while taking me up. And that was my first experience in trusting somebody.
Yeah. And did you notice one thing, that the moment you would not trust, the speed of your climb would become slower?
Yes, and I was never bothered that anything could happen to me because I really had 100% trust in that person.
Yeah.
But that was a very good experience.
Absolutely. Realizing that, but to trust, you have to let go. You realize that? Mentally, you have to let go and surrender.
Absolutely.
And
then
when you do that,
one is so relaxed and you trust.
Yep. And you know what you can do, Hasina ji? Remember that experience. Because when you remember that experience, you can bring it back into the present and start trusting whenever you feel distrustful, isn't it?
Right, right.
Wow, thank you. Thank you so much for sharing that. Okay, who's next?
So yesterday, I got empowered by empowering a person on teleconversation.
Wow. Okay. Thank you very much for sharing it. And who's next? Don't wait to be asked, you can unmute and start talking. And if two people start talking together, one of them can keep quiet. Good morning, Suchitra. And our namaskaram to your mom also.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
I was trying to persuade my mom to share how she experienced empowerment yesterday. And so,
Okay, okay. So she can do that if she wants to,
yeah.
as long as we can see her also while she's doing it.
She's very much here.
All right, so we have, go ahead.
Yesterday, sir.
She's speaking, no? So
Oh, yeah.
mom is speaking. Let her finish first. Thank you so much. Yeah, Suchitra, I thought your mommy is going to share.
Yes, sir, I'm here. Thank you. Just disturbed yesterday, sir.
Ah,
Some unknown these things and all. Suddenly, I felt again I got as usual my mistake with Ramana's help. Chanted
then,
till night. Then I went to sleep. So I was okay then.
wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you very much for sharing. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Suchitra, for encouraging her. How do you feel that you were able to encourage her?
Yeah, more like persuade her today, but it will turn into gentle encouragement.
Very nice, very nice. Thank you very much. Yes, Gopalji, I think you wanted to share something.
Yeah.
Ashokji. Okay.
So you said trust God. If you trust God, then why do you fear anything?
Exactly.
So I absolutely trust God, and I think whatever happens, happens for my good. So I was very
Absolutely.
confident,
Beautiful. Thank you
very
so much for
confident, very
sharing.
assuring.
Okay, very nice. Thank you very much. Ashokji, would you like to share something with us?
Yeah. Empowering conversations, that word conversations. If the conversation is stopped between the group, between the family, between the friends, then I am the one who can start the conversation. Why wait for somebody to start the conversation?
Exactly.
Every day, so many things crop up. Housing society, bills, buying things from the market prices, so many things crop up. Now we wait for somebody to initiate conversation, then I will offer my remark, or then I will offer my opinion. That's not correct. My peace of mind is very important for me. My health is important for me. Nobody is going to come for my health. So if I start the conversation today, it will end. If today, not today, tomorrow or day after. But if I don't start it, it will not even begin. And all that garbage which collects in the mind, I have lost my hair also with that. So I don't want to continue. And really, I have started conversations. I am connected with many associations at very high level. And at that level, so many references come to you.
Yep, absolutely.
And if you keep quiet, they start I won't say like a curd, fuming. So it is better that no sooner the problem is raised, we start the conversation and make sure that before the sunset, that conversation ends. Nothing is carried forward for the night.
To the next day.
And I have started some pending points which have been there. Thank you. Thanks for
Thank you for sharing.
Very
Thank
word
you so
empowering conversation. That word is very, very, very suggestive. Very suggestive. Thank
All
you.
right, thank you. All right, who's next? Come on.
So may I share?
Yeah.
So I in my observations yesterday, my feeling is that empowerment is a state of being which comes very unexpectedly. As long as I am still the center of my focus and I want to empower myself, I am not getting empowered, but only in a state of let go. In a let go of this entity that I am holding on to, there is empowerment. This is my feeling. So the more aggressive I am of taking things head on, I don't feel empowered. It's a very subtle it comes very subtly. So this is what I wanted to share.
Beautiful. That's a wonderful distinction. And there's a certain list which I'm looking forward to discuss with you later today. All right. Thank you. Thanks for sharing that. All right. I'm quite comfortable with silence.
Okay, then I'll go next.
Yes.
So trust is somewhere first is trust on yourself, on your abilities, that you have that power or stamina, energy to go ahead in life, whatever is there today, but you have to grow, you have to move on, you have to keep on working. Maybe the steps would be small, but you should work on going ahead on yourself, on your self growth. So once you trust your steps for your self growth, that will help you to attain what you wish to in your life. So everything which will come up or turn up would be positive and would be good for you.
Okay, so you're telling this to us or you're telling this to yourself?
It's like both sharing.
Okay, because if you're telling us, then it's advice. And if you're telling yourself, then it's a realization. Good. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing that. Okay, who's next? That's a very interesting thing. What was yesterday's question I had asked you to ponder over? Kunan, do you remember that?
Yeah.
I have to refer to
What
your
will
notes.
happen? What will happen when I live life without complete trust? That was the last question.
What, that was yesterday's, or was it anything
Yeah.
else?
No.
Really? I think yesterday's question was, in what way am I making myself unhappy?
That was the previous day, sir. Yesterday, it is what Ashok ji said.
What will happen when I live my life with complete trust?
Beautiful. That means that you guys are really listening, That was a little test to see, are you keeping up with us? Of course, Ashok ji would remember it. All right, so who's the next person?
So when appropriate, I have a question on trust.
Yeah, you can ask now if you want.
Okay.
I mean, if nobody's
now-
sharing, you can ask a question also.
There is a tendency, at least I see in myself, where I start with trust even before evaluating the person. Now, many times I go wrong also, but then I don't blame myself because it's just natural in me to trust a person.
Yeah.
Now, how does one handle this that one doesn't, become subject to misuse?
How does what does that mean?
What I want to know is it important to evaluate a person before trust, or is it okay to start with trust and then reinforce it?
If you're going to evaluate a person before you trust, then that's the traditional definition of trust, no? That's not what we're talking about.
Okay.
Trust is something I say, I give you my trust unconditionally. All right. And yet, if you're working with me, I will have my systems of reporting and checks and balances to see that you trust your chartered accountant.
Yeah.
All right. Now, some people, I trusted a chartered accountant once blindly, and I didn't, check his work properly. And it resulted eventually in a big breakup of a big partnership and lost me a lot of money. Right. So I can trust him, but I need to look after my self-interest also, no?
Okay,
I can even trust that somebody can make a mistake, no? I may not doubt his intentions.
Integrity.
I trust his intentions, but people can make mistakes, right?
Right. Okay, fine.
So 4 days before, someone I know very much and I trust him with my life, he said, listen, you give me XYZ amount of money, all right? And I'll give it back to you, right? And I trust him absolutely that he will give it back. But I also trust providence. I also trust nature, right?
Right.
Because he trusted something and
Hmm.
he went and made a big investment in something. All right.
Hmm. Hmm.
And then nature came and let that fellow down.
Yes.
Now, I trust that anything can happen, right? So it's my choice whether I will give him the money or I won't.
Okay.
So I don't distrust him. I know that he's going to give me the money back if
Hmm.
he can.
Hmm.
But what if he cannot?
Okay.
And even if he cannot, he will eventually
Huh.
find a way to do it. But I might not get it when I need it. Huh?
Right.
So you can trust unconditionally if you want to. But
Hmm.
whenever you do trust, keep an eye on, I mean, like
Keep the
anybody,
check.
you
Yeah.
trust the Almighty that He will look after your children, right?
Yeah.
At the same time, you will go with them to the park, isn't it?
Right.
So that they don't fall off this thing or they don't get kidnapped or something,
Hmm. Hmm.
right?
Right. Right. Right.
So you just do what you have to do, but start with trust.
Okay. Okay.
That's the way
Thanks.
trust works, if you ask me. That's how I've been working on it. And
Thanks.
have I been bitten? You know very well. And I say, so what? I'm not going to stop.
Queued up.
Yeah, but the thing is, like it's like, you see a poor person on the road
Hmm.
and you choose whether you want to give him money or not.
Hmm.
All right. It's a small amount. I will give him the benefit of doubt when I'll give it to him. It could be a genuine guy also, no?
Yes.
Because if I'm not willing to trust, and one guy died of hunger today,
Hmm.
whom I could have saved, I don't
Hmm.
want that to happen. So I will trust and give it to him. I mean, how
Hmm.
does it matter if I give him 5 rupees or 10 rupees?
Right.
Like that. You got it?
Yes.
Not now.
All right. Who next? Who next?
Hi, Sukhdeepak.
Hi, good morning once
Good
again.
morning. So, Sukhdeepak, this is very parallel to the trust that we place in God, because we trust Him immensely, even sometimes when things don't happen the way we want to in our lives, but we still have that trust in Him, right? Totally.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that when we trust God totally, you become fearless.
Yep.
And when you
Fear.
become fearless, you start trusting yourself more.
Yes.
So that is my observation and my thoughts over here.
Absolutely. And you know something very interesting, that if you trust God absolutely, then you will cherish every experience He sends your way, whether you like that experience or not. And the only thing you will say to yourself is, all right, every experience that He is sending me is an opportunity for me to become a better version of myself.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, He's sending this experience to me because He wants to polish me. So then, like you rightly said, it won't bother me so much, right?
Yes.
So if He wants to...
You become fearless. That fearless is used in a very broad, fearless as in equating with freedom of thought, equating it with everything. Fearless is used in a very broad perspective.
Exactly. That fearlessness which allows you to jump out of an aeroplane to do skydiving,
Yes. To stand up for yourself also.
Yes.
Just an extension of what Tasneem ji said, that trusting God, I trust myself, and because I trust myself, I trust others as well.
Absolutely. Because the way you see yourself is the way you treat yourself, and the way you treat yourself is the way you treat others. So if you trust yourself, you will trust others. Beautiful.
So I want to share a very mundane example of how I implemented trust. So I have my mom at home, and I want to protect her as far as I can from Corona and not have any regrets later that I didn't do what I had to do. So we have a maid who comes in once a week, and my hunch is that she should always have a separate set of things which we don't touch in common, and her work. So without hurting her feelings, and by explaining to her that, I was able to go through it, sir. So.
All right. Great. Thank you. Thank you for sharing it. Okay, who's next? Abhinav is quiet. Kasa, nowadays he stopped talking. I do not know why. Archan Mai. We'd love to have all of you participate in this conversation. If you don't want to say anything else, you can say, I am listening, I am participating, I'm not sleeping. Hello, Archan Mai is beginning.
Yes. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
About the trust, as such, I trust people as such, and I move ahead with that. But yes, sometimes I have to face the other situation also. But as such, when I trust people, the work moves very smoothly, and I get the outcome, whatever I'm going to, I get it very quickly. That I have noticed, that with the trust, the work moves very smoothly in life. So trust in God, somebody was mentioning, yes. First, we need to have trust in God, and then only we can have trust in ourselves or in others. That is there. I feel that.
And what was your experience of yesterday? How was it for you?
Yesterday was one of the very nice days, because I could reach out to some of my friends, two of my friends who had, one of them lost her husband. So we had a talk nearly for 50 minutes or so, and it was she felt very nice. I also felt the same, as well as another friend who lost her son. So she also was literally crying, and she also felt very nice about it, because she could come out with the things, all emotions. So I could feel that, and I spoke to her also. That made me very nice. For a long time, for some days, for a week or so, I was thinking that I will talk to them. I didn't have the courage to talk to them. So yesterday I gathered the courage to talk to them, and they also felt very nice, and I also felt very nice.
Wonderful, wonderful. Now you've been really a positivity warrior, you know. Thank you very much for sharing it.
Thank you.
So can you repeat the question, because I couldn't get it. My internet was gone for some time. What was the question on which they are sharing?
The same question which I asked you to dwell on yesterday.
So can I put on chat for everyone?
Yeah, you can. The question which we asked yesterday, you must have. Have you done that?
Good
so
morning,
in the meantime,
everybody.
Morning.
As a result of what we were discussing yesterday about trust and all, what I thought of doing is like, it's trust only that keeps the things rolling and moving. So when I pointed out on my data's book in my business accounts, I found that it's the trust only that I have made on many of my clients for the long time, and supplying material to them, receiving money back. And like I found approximate 8 to 10 of my clients who has not ordered me anything for long, like for 5 months or 6 months. And I have asked for the due amount twice or thrice in the meantime, but still they have not paid me back. So it's the trust only that I have to make, that they will return back the due amount or order something. So it's the trust only, and that you have to make on them for keeping the business running.
Beautiful, wonderful distinction, wonderful thought. And I'll tell you one thing more, Abhinav.
Yes, sir.
You know, you can trust that when you ask them for the money, they'll give it to you.
Yes, sir.
Therefore, you can ask.
Yes, sir.
There are a lot of people in this kind of situations, they don't ask the client for money and they're afraid. If I ask him for money, he will leave me. He will not remain a customer. Right? But then he's also a businessman, isn't it? Then you can have some trust in that guy that he's got as much sense as you have, that if you ask him for the money, he will either give it to you or he will say, all right, can I give you this much now and can I give you this much later? But you can certainly trust that relationship that you have with your client. Beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing it. Who's next? A lot of you who have not spoken, I'd love to hear from you. Kasa, are you there today or just your factory that we are seeing in the background? Okay, in the meantime, let me tell you the topic for the day. First of all, to remind you, why are we here? To be positivity warriors. And the purpose of every one of these calls is to lead you to a place where you're so positive that you can have a life that comes to you with ease, joy, and glory. So just say with me, all of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. Please say with me. Mute your mic and then say, otherwise there'll be cacophony. All of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. All of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory.
All the life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory.
All the life comes with me with joy.
And ladies and gentlemen, I say one thing to you, that if you live your life moment by moment, consciously, yeah, with awareness. So there is one automatic default mode in which we live, and the day goes by in a blur. Kab shuru hua, kab khatam hua, pata bhi nahi lagta hai, right? Because we are living unconsciously. But if you live consciously, you will start noticing and being aware of everything that's going on. That's one of the reasons I ask you to share, because you can only share if you've been aware. Otherwise, if I ask you, how was yesterday? It was good. It was like any other day. But the truth is, no day is like any other day, na? Provided you notice what's going on and you're aware of what's going on. Every day is so rich. So when I say all of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory, means all of it. What do you notice and what you don't notice, it is all coming to you. The more you become aware, the more you will be aware of the richness and the abundance of your life. Unfortunately, somehow, because we are judging so much, what remains in our attention more is the negative part, When you start paying attention and when you start being aware in your life, you will start becoming aware of the good things also which are coming your way every day. It never is that only bad is happening. All right. So I just want to remind you, be in awareness. I've given you a lot of exercises also. And if you forget all the other exercises, at least remember this one. So when I say 1, 2, 3, let us all laugh 100%. It also lets out all the bad air from your body, And then you start to realize, yeah, that's true. All of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. Okay. So what a nice way to start the day, right? So at least we can remember that. Another exercise, if you remember, I told you, look at different objects intently for at least 10 seconds. Make this a regular practice. Okay. And you'll see that your awareness immediately starts going up. So let's come to the question of the day. And let's have a conversation about it. So the question of the day is, how can I be greater today than I was yesterday? How can I be greater than I was yesterday? So I'm already great. Remember I told you, you are wonderful, magnificent, extraordinary human beings who deserve to be loved and respected for who you are. You're already that. But the question is, how can I be greater today than I was yesterday? How can I be greater than I was yesterday? How can I be greater than I was yesterday? So when I say this to you, is there anything you'd like to say about it? How can I be greater than I was yesterday? Doesn't it make you start thinking? See, Sukdeepak Malvai is a very bad guy, you know. He does violence to your thinking. That's my job, to do violence to your thinking so that you become positivity warriors.
Living more consciously than yesterday, sir.
Say again?
By living more consciously than yesterday, today.
Okay, very good. That's a good one. Anybody else? And when you live consciously, you'll see something interesting happening. Yeah, go ahead.
So similar to what he has just shared, the feeling I got from the question was we tend to live a dual life every moment. One is doing the task on hand, and the other is mind constantly on what we want and what is not happening. If we let go of this mind and concentrate on what we have on hand, the task we have on hand, I think we will automatically be better than what we were yesterday.
Yeah, you may discover some interesting ways, you know, to do the things you're already doing.
Yes.
You know, once I was, you know, I went to do some volunteering work back in 1982. Okay. I used to be a sales manager and, you know, I had my staff and everything. I go there and as a volunteer, they gave me some 500 envelopes. They said, Sukdeepak, start writing the addresses on the envelopes. So my first reaction was, shit, is this a job you give to me? I didn't say it because you have to be polite, you see, but I was thinking like that. I said, this is a job that my dispatch clerk does in the office. Chalo, theek hai, they've given, I'll do it. I said, I'm volunteering, so I have no choice. So I started writing the envelopes, and what a boring thing it was, you know, to begin with. And I said, hey, listen, can I write it better? You know, can I make my handwriting better? Can I position it properly? Then it started getting a little exciting. Then I said, I will time it. Let me see how many envelope addresses can I write in 1 minute. And boy, it became a really fun activity. You know, I certainly became greater than I was before because I became an expert in writing envelopes. And then to get perfection in that. So that's a beautiful thing you said, Neeti. Thank you very much.
Now, I would feel that I introspect myself if there's any shortcoming.
Okay.
Like, for example, I affirm that I will not get irritated today at all, whatever be.
Wonderful. So
and
many people will be so
I'll try my
happy.
best to do that. Then at
Yeah,
the end of the
okay.
day, I'll see whether I got irritated and why.
Yeah,
That
yesterday I got
affirmation is important.
irritated. Yesterday I got irritated 10 times. Today I got irritated only 2 times. So I'm better than I was yesterday. I'm greater than I was yesterday. Why not? It's possible, no? Yes, Hasina ji.
Sir, yesterday when I was traveling from Bombay to Pune, and I was all decided in my mind that I'm going to be really enjoy my travel.
Okay.
And there was one young cousin was there with me, and she was singing away, and I was so much part of what she was doing that throughout the journey I was dancing in the car. So then I said, I want to have a floor to dance. So my cousin said, why don't you tap your feet on the floor? And you won't believe what a fantastic journey I had.
Fantastic, fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing it. And good, fantastic. Thank you very much. You've been a greater version of yourself yesterday. But think about today also, huh?
Yes, yes, very much.
Okay, who's next? Today, Mr. Kunen is very quiet, and I am seeing somebody is missing today. Where is that gentleman? He's gone to buy his earplugs.
He sent a message. He is traveling.
That's what. No, he's gone to buy his earphones. Okay, who else?
So this question makes me to think about it's better to do the things in a planned way rather than doing the things that it will go on and on. Like what I have done yesterday about my day-to-day activity or my business part. So what I thought of, it's better to do the things in a planned way to make the better things coming out of all the things that you're doing.
Wonderful.
So greater than what
yesterday.
Yeah.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, who's next? Are we going to be greater than yesterday?
I am going to be greater than yesterday if I do all ordinary activities with extraordinary love.
Wow. I do all my ordinary activities with extraordinary love. Yes, you can do that. Thank you very much for sharing. Who's next?
So be present and enjoy whatever I am doing. Not in the past, not in the future.
All right. That sounds pretty good. And you must share with us what happened when you did that. Okay.
Sure, sir.
Tomorrow you can come and tell us about that. Thank you very much for sharing. All right. Who else? Now I'll have to, ask people. Conan, your turn. Yeah. Who's that?
Sir, that's Suchitra.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. There are two things I want to say. That one of them, in a light-hearted vein, is whenever I want to speak on camera to people or in the satsang or in this meeting, the vendors go by and they shout and it makes me feel so irritated. So I'm going to allow that and say that they are doing their livelihood and not waiting for my cue. The other one is that, so throughout the day, I have this tendency of asking why to many things. So that's just a habit, the pattern of my mind. So today I'm going to answer every why with the highest possible answer, like the most noble answer to everything. So why did so many people do this? Why did I do this? And why did this happen? So I'm going to answer that at the highest possible. So
should I tell you what is the highest one? We used to do it in school,
It is?
We used to do this in school.
Okay.
Because the sky is so high and you were married in July. That's the answer to your why. This is like asking somebody, why is your name Suchitra? Why are you a girl? Why are you not a boy?
Yeah, but the best thing would be for the questions not to emerge, but when they emerge, to answer them with the highest possible.
Okay, wonder if you, instead of asking why, if you started asking how questions, what would that do for you?
How did this happen? Yeah.
No, I mean, why do you want to know why? Okay. How do I look? Like you can say, why is this happening to me? That's one question. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe useless question, right?
Yeah.
Or you can say, how do I deal with this? What should happen that this situation leaves me in peace? How do I make this better than it is now?
Why and the how are interconnected, because if you know the why, if you know the proper why, then you can ask the how. This is just my feeling. I don't know.
Yeah, that is the biggest, what shall I say? I don't want to use the word, but it's the biggest something.
You can use it.
Forget about what is the use of knowing why. You're more interested in what do you want, right? I mean, this is like saying, why was I born in this horrible situation in life? How will it help you to know why you were born in this? Why God has given me such a karma? No. Yeah. Who should I be? Right? And what should I do so that I, create new possibilities for my life? And how does my life get better than this? Is more potent. Yeah. Of course, you have a choice to keep asking why if it makes you feel good. That's your choice. But I think that the more we ask why, we'll never get an answer. Unless you're a scientist, you're researching, why is a bird a bird? Why does it not get born as an elephant? Then they came out with an answer, it's in the genes, But you're not doing that, are you? Anyway, good.
At the level of emotions and also the scientific and mundane things, I like to ask why. But I'm going to look at your possibility of asking how.
Yeah, question is, if I ask a question which is not going to move me forward, if I ask a question which is not going to allow me to become greater than I was yesterday, then why am I asking that question? So I often tell people when they ask me a question, I'll ask them, why are you asking me this question? So if you want to ask a why question, ask another question. Then why am I asking this question to myself? What will happen in my life if I get an answer to this why question? That might bring up something very interesting in your life also. You got it? Thank you for sharing. Thank you for doing some violence to our thinking. It's very much required. Okay, who's next? Kunain Saab, you can speak now. Still he has not written doctor in front of his name. Yes, sir, go ahead. Can't hear you, you're muted, I think. Yes, now we can hear.
So we can't hear you, Kunain sir.
Kunain, you are muted, yeah. Can you unmute yourself? Yes, now you are unmuted. Still we can't hear you. I think there's something wrong at your end. Okay, in the meantime, somebody else can share. He will fix his problem soon enough. Okay, in that case, what I have to say to you guys is that you have a wonderful day. Be in this question. Yeah, how can I be greater than I was yesterday? And remember who you are. You are the wonderful, magnificent, extraordinary human being who deserves to be loved and respected for who you are. All right. So I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. And I wish that you will have a day full of awareness and you will live consciously rather than unconsciously. Yes, Kunain is here. Maybe he wants to say something. Yes, Kunain, if you're there, you can speak.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, now we can hear you.
Oh, thank you so much. Actually, there's some issue with my system. I do apologize for that.
That's all right.
Just wanted to tell to Suchitra, once upon a time, I was in the same state. But after having conversation with you on many occasions, now what I have changed that before Y, there is a I. So before Suchitra keeps on struggling with many Ys, if she focus on I, as you rightly mentioned, then there'll be less challenges in terms of understanding whatsoever she is struggling. So before Y, it is I. That's in the short.
Yeah. And another question to ask yourself is it wise to be asking why?
Yeah, so that's exactly what I came up with. Wise would make you wise.
Will your why make you wise or will it make you miserable? All right, good. So that's it for now. Thank you very much, guys.
Just a moment, sir. I just actually I couldn't participate earlier because of the system. Now, as far as today's question is concerned, what I was thinking is that, as you had previously mentioned, that we get stopped because of our mind, emotion, and body. So what I'm going to do to become a greater version of myself of today, whatsoever I'll be tomorrow, is that I'm going to start a sort of half an hour time to me before I go to the bed about the introspection, like how exactly I spent my day and what my mind, emotion, and body did to me in case it stopped me to become a greater version of myself today, what I had promised to myself in the morning. So sort of reflection, what exactly had happened, and sort of telling myself that I will not let my mind, emotion, and body to repeat tomorrow. So maybe this will help me to become a better version of myself tomorrow than today.
Fantastic, fantastic. And thank you very much for being such an awesome and fantastic student who remembers everything that I say. Wow, congratulations. And thanks for reminding everybody else also, right? You may discover that you're bigger than your mind and bigger than your body and bigger than your emotions. Wow. So have a great day. Thank you, Gunan, for sharing it. And if anybody else has any last words to say, you can. Otherwise, I will finally.
Sukdeepak, so I have put a question to you in your chat box.
Hey, Baba, why do you put in chat box?
Sorry. So because you were talking and I didn't want to interrupt you.
Is the why question connected to trust or lack of trust? No, there's no, what shall I say? I don't think it has anything to do with trust. Sometimes maybe it does, sometimes it doesn't. But the why question is a curious question.
Okay.
See, in many situations, I will say, how will it help you if you found out why? Okay, so whenever this why question comes up, you ask yourself only, how will it help me if I know why?
Yes.
Okay, let me give you an example. There is XYZ fellow who is misbehaving with the whole world, correct? So I say, why is he doing that? Okay, so let me do some research and find out. So we do research and we find out that even when he was 4 years old, he was always getting beaten up by everybody. Oh, that's why he's doing like this with everybody. Okay, so what? We have found out that, right? Now, am I going to be able to help that person to go back to the past and clean it up? Is he going to be willing to do so? Is he willing to go for, what shall I say, some kind of therapy which can erase? There are therapies which can erase that, right? But if I am, let's say, a psychologist, or if I am a healer, if I'm working with someone and he's come to me for help, then I might do an inquiry to find out what is the genesis of his problem, right? So that I can eradicate it. But I think that most of the time in life, we keep on asking why, even though we know we can't do anything about it, even if you find out why.
Okay? Yes, true.
So when the why comes, you ask yourself, why do you want to know why? 90% of the time you will give it up. I mean, what's the point knowing why? Have you noticed a lot of people say, why did you do this to me? Even that fellow probably doesn't know himself, why did he do it? Lady or gentleman, whoever it is. Why did you do this to me? The fellow saying, what should I answer? Then he will cook up some answer, because you're a stupid person and you always make me angry. Right? So, good question, why? But you ask yourself, why are you asking why? Yes, Kunen sir.
Just to add on to this, sir, what Tasneem ma'am has mentioned, I used to have in this kind of mentality. So I use now, Tasneem ma'am, there's a simple word in Urdu and Arabic, Alhamdulillah. So whenever such thoughts are coming to your mind, recite Alhamdulillah. This will help to trust on the God Almighty, and this will give your mind that everything is fine and everything will be fine, because everything is going to be fine. So this word has a very powerful connect to ourselves. Just try, let's see the result. Back to you, sir.
Thanks, Kunan. Thanks, and please don't call me Tasneem, ma'am. It's just Tasneem. So, and thank you very much.
Sir, can I share one point here?
Yes.
There is a different point of view also, that when we ask why, to other people and to other events. The whys are always answered. Answer is already there. Because when we say why this person is behaving like this, because he feels like that. Why something is happening in the atmosphere, which according to me should not have happened, because they work on the principle of the natural laws. So all whys are always answered as far as they are concerned to the other events and people. If we want to ask why, we ask why for our actions.
Well, if you can take actions, please ask why. You have a choice on that.
Yes, yes. But for others, why? Because other person is behaving like this because he feel like behaving like this. And his feeling or his thoughts are not in our control.
Exactly. Exactly.
So this is the answer. The already answer is there. When answer is there, why should we waste our time and
asking?
Yes.
Very nice. Beautiful. Thank you so much. Fantastic. When the answer is already known, why are you asking the question?
When the questions are known in the examination, why to bother? Why to bother for the further answers?
All right. Thank you very much. You know, I think I should do this every day, that at about 8 o'clock, I'll say, okay, thank you very much. See you tomorrow. Then suddenly people will start sharing and asking questions. Okay. So anybody else wants to say anything?
No, I just want to tell you, sir, there is one analysis called why analysis.
Yeah.
We do regularly. When
Yeah.
found some defect occurred, we do the why analysis to know that.
Yeah, I know that. That is a part of the root cause analysis, because you then have the means to fix it. Correct? Now, if somebody's got a problem, you know, and he comes to you for a solution, instead of asking, why did you do it? You can ask him what happened. That is much easier than asking, why did you do this? And why did it happen? Good. I mean, I teach root cause analysis to people. What happened is the most potent question. When you find out the details of what happened, we don't even want to know who did it. Like in Japan, they're never interested to know who did it. They only want to know what happened. And if you do what happened, then you will get to the root cause and then you can fix it. Correct, boss? Thank you. Thank you very much for sharing that. Okay, finally, I think time is running out. So though I'd love to be here with you and keep chatting, but time to do other things, you see. So have a wonderful day. Have a conscious day. Don't be in your default mode. Remember, how do I become greater than I was yesterday? So blessings and have a great and positive, enjoyable day. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.